Welcome to this review and instructional tutorial on the Canon Vixia HF R400 Camcorder. Now the first thing that jumped out at me on this camera was the size. It is really compact for a camera that has so many features. And when I say so many features, the first one that I'm talking about, and the one that I was really looking for in a compact camera that's attractively priced, was an external mic input jack. Now I'm going to open the camcorder door to show you. Right over here. Now I've been looking for a camera that has an external mic input jack for a while. I've done a lot of searching and I only found one that was in the low hundreds range, but it only had a 10 times optical zoom. And I needed something with a more powerful zoom, and that's the next feature that I'm talking about, is that this camera has a 32 times optical zoom. So in such a compact camera you have not only a external mic input jack, but you also have a 32 times optical zoom. And let me tell you something. You usually find external mic input jacks, professional camcorders, and they are very pricey. And they're quite large as well. So it's just great to have this. I really needed this, and this camera has that. Now I'm going to go through some of the other features. An AV out input, an HDMI out input, and a USB input to connect to the computer. Now this camera uses external memory. It uses an SD card. So I'm going to power the camera off. You open this door, push in, and that's how you remove the card. This card is a 16 gigabyte. And on this particular camera, taking video in the highest setting, you'll get about an hour of footage. Okay, so I'm going to reinstall the card. Just push it in. Close the door. Now the camera has an on and off button right here. And here is the playback button. So you can watch the footage that you took on the camera on the LCD screen. Okay, right over here is a tripod mount. And right here is the battery. Now, this is an interesting design. Cameras that I've used in the past had the battery installed in the camera. Over here, it's external. And I think the reason they did this is because you have a pretty powerful zoom as well as an external mic input jack. And this is such a compact camera, as you can see. And it's also pretty light. So if they were going to put the battery inside the camera would probably be larger than it is now. Okay, so to remove the battery, there's a battery release right here. You just pull this back, slide it up, and that's how you take the battery off. To reinstall the battery, pull the battery release back, slide the battery on, let go of the release, and the battery is installed. Here's how you use the zoom. You just move it left and right. Similar to most cameras. This camera is equipped with an optical image stabilizer. Now, I was talking about the 32 times optical zoom. It also has a 53 times advanced zoom. Okay, so I'm going to power the camera on. To do so, just open the LCD door. Right over here, it shows you how much time is on the battery. And right over here is how much time is on the memory card. Now to take a photo, all you have to do is just touch this right here, and that's how you take a photo. I'm going to go through some of the other features and settings. So there are several settings here. I have it set to auto. Now here's the recording setup. I have it set to MP4. It could also be set to AVCHD. So I have it set to MP4. That's the way I'm using it. Now here are more of the camera's many features. Now here's a feature I want to talk about. This is important. I noticed that if you're filming in poor lighting and at night, the best LCD backlight setting would be bright. It really helps. I've noticed when I do recording in poor lighting and at night. So right now I have it set to normal. So there are a lot of features here. Okay, now when you're done taking footage, you should close the lens cover. To do so, all you have to do is just push this switch up. To open it, just push it down. Now I mentioned that the camera has an external mic input jack. Of course, it also has an internal mic input, which is right here. And right over here is the charger input. The camera has an adjustable hand strap. Now right here you have a playback button. Now this is the playback feature. You push this button and the camera will play back the footage that you took. Here's an on and off switch, and the camera also has built-in speakers so that you can hear the footage when you play it back on the camera. Now as far as battery life is concerned, it really depends on the features that you're using while recording. Now, if you're using the backlight at its highest setting and you're doing a lot of zooming, of course that will consume more battery life. So it really depends what kind of recording you're doing. Now, as far as the memory, it really depends on the video setting. If it's at the highest setting, on a 16 gigabyte card that I have here, it will get about an hour of footage. If it's at a lower setting, you'll get a lot more than that. Okay, so I'm going to be taking some footage with the camera, so please stay tuned. Okay, this is a test of the Canon Vixia HF R400. During the daytime, the sun is out, so I'm going to be taking a test with the camera. Okay, so I'm going to use the zoom right now. Okay. That's the zoom. Okay, I'm currently walking with the camera right now. So let's see how the camera handles recording as I'm walking. Okay, this was a review of the Canon Vixia HF R400 Camcorder. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please show your support for this channel by subscribing. Feel free to leave comments. Please like up this video, and thank you for tuning in.